ya. This is the reason I feel like a demon. Matter of fact, I feel like a demon. This is the reason why I've never been a secret. Right now, you know I pray for the freedom. Bring that back, that's a matter of fact. You know I got balls cause I love the back. You know I got flow, let me show the track. I'm a Joe down the flip, straight through your back. Hey, go! Dropping no flow, let them know. Hey, go! Taking your word, let them know. Hey, go! Speaking on mine, let them know. Hey, go! Put another dollar in the book and let's go! I got a dollar. Yeah, double love, that's worth the rough follow. We don't get the records of what's up there. Slipping, hold it, can't get up. Say the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Bringing the rhyme when I'm bringing the core. Knocking the door, smacking the door. It's the reason why I'm about to give you metaphor. Yeah, I get this rap, I'm in the zone. Everybody get in the level, I'm on the phone. Everybody wanna just rap, I hit the ball outside. Heard a verse, let me see the dog outside. Say the talk is mine, the dog will find the mind. Duck up the mind when I duck up the spine. Ain't no freaking the flow at the one that's low. Jumping the flow at the low. I tell my mom, gotta stop being greedy. Word to my boss, gotta get to the knee. I gotta rap, don't make me wait. Gotta take a little soup, then I hold and say. Let me calculate, let me demonstrate. Make a niggas in a center like the record play. And I think I'm looking like it was another DJ. Replay, looking like a string on the DJ. Wow, you can know NBA. Word of Snoop Dogg, you back in the bay. That's what I mean, I'm thinking of LA. Don't treat bars, you know it's okay. Broadway, I'ma do this shit all way. Gone looking like it was another whole way. In the PJ with another razor blade. In the bitch made, make a nigga feel play like Tupac bars, you know I got the loot. Nah, big things, you know who in the loop. And Tupac, you know who got the juice. That's what I mean, I'm like the old school. Yo, coming right through when I'm coming right through. Zoom, 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 right up in your boom, boom. Matter of fact, the avenue, it's the mathematical. Right now, I feel like I was an animal. Everybody rap like the then in the on, the then in the back. Tell them what the then in the on, the then in the throw. Everybody get in the throw. Get the math of my her, 3-0. Make a nigga sentence and I'm bringing along. Bringing the song when I'm bringing along. Matter of fact, I'm looking right up in the Babylon. Thinking nowadays when I just Babylon. Babylon, the rap, I've been here. Everybody get in the sky, you're so clear. You get the rap, the dollars, I got a cheddar. DX balls like Wakanda forever. Porque tú estás hablando, porque tú estás mamando. Vete pa' mi mano, vete pa' te plano. Ya tú sabes, wey, no me hables. Ya tú sabes, wey, no me hables. Any say you can win, no me casa. The pasta. See you mañana. Word to my mama. No drama, no need to worries, Hakuna Matata. Este es mi gente, Tito, fuerte, atiendes. Pero feeling like a sensei. Wednesday, la nace de fuerte. Making you go when I'm making you Wednesday. You know I gotta get the rap, I'm not fake. Everybody getting the noodles, a whole shake. Already know the sounds that got steak. Big soldier in the hood. Drake! Everybody you can't leave. Everybody get in the back, the push the team. Back in the phone, the word, the grass. Jaclyn, the flow was so big. Let's go! Jump in like I came through trumpet. Matter of fact, came through dancing, trumpet. Now I'm right here and I'm all in stomping. Matter of fact, shaking, ain't even breaking. Can't break change, looking all strange. I remember back when I was free of range. Different leagues, but I'm feeling good, feeling like a G. Matter of fact, that's me from PED, cause I gotta go speed. I am a boss, but I gotta go lead. Look at me, you can follow me. Matter of fact, you can't read me. I'm not a book, but I got a hook. I remember back then when I hang the brooks. Now I'm right here and I've never been a rook. Matter of fact, like I feel like I'm playing chess. I'm right here, I'm so obsessed. When I'm writing school, like I got a test. Let's believe that I'm acing that. Now I'm passing this, but to have some bliss. Sing the girls who blow a kiss. Already know I'm here and I reminisce. This is it, this is you. Do your nights on what you do. No, I'm sick like the flu. Yo, hey, no, I'm sick, I got the flu. And think about it, I'm in the mood. Oh, my friend told me you rap. Bring it right here. Let's go to the track.
Time drop down, you think time run. Hypothetically, if I will design. Combine and find it all such a crime. It'll take 99. MMA assassinate. Doesn't take my head. See what make you straight. Who wants to bring me up? Criticize when I arrive. Man, you want to idolize when you girl out the score. And for more you surprise. That I bloom when I fall in the real. Spice on up the soul. When you want a honeymoon. I see. Call me the intellect. Direct barrier to the play. In the hell you can tell. When I fell DOL. Brings L will compel. But you're not parallel. Go ahead. That's right. That's right. Let's break it down. Hold up. Hey! Give it up! Oh, man.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Brooklyn Knitfolk podcast. This is episode number 60. My name is Jaclyn. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry, basically all over the internet as @Jaclyn Salem. This is a podcast about knitting, sewing, whatever kind of crafty things I happen to be getting up to. And if you couldn't tell by my podcast name, I live in Brooklyn, New York City with my 2 kitties. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy to be back with you for another episode. I have no finished objects this week, but I do have some really exciting works in progress that I've been working on, and yeah, I'm just like feeling very inspired, loving what I'm making. I've been knitting a lot of sweaters and plans to cast on more of them, so yeah, it's a great time to be a maker, honestly. After my mojo was just like gone for the better part of the end of last year, I'm just so happy that it is kind of like back with a vengeance, I guess you could say. So yes, it's been wonderful. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the content. I'm going to start with the Nordis sweater. So it's on a hanger, but don't get too excited. It's not a finished object. It's just, I put it in a timeout. So the body, the majority of the body is finished. This is Sweet Sparrow yarns in the Morel colorway. It is one of my favorite colorways of Julie's. It's so beautiful. It's on her tweed base. It's called the House Wren base, and yes, I just love it. So I finished the body. I added quite a bit of length to it. So Caitlin Hunter advises that once you finish the underarms to knit 1 inch, but if you want to add any length to the sweater, that you do so before starting the color work. So I tried it on and it like barely cleared my chest with the 1 inch of stockinette. So I was like, well, that's not gonna work. And I'm thinking I might have done something wrong with my increasing up here. Like I misread the directions or something, because I mean, there's no way. I mean, I'm a tall girl, I'm 5'8", but it was just going to be so cropped. And I knew I was going to add some length to it already, but I think because it was just so short that I must have done something wrong, but I haven't gone back in the pattern to try to figure it out yet. So I ended up adding about 7 inches in total of the Morel colorway before starting the color work, which she tells you in the pattern accounts for 5.5 inches to the bottom of the sweater. So I've started the color work now. And the reason it is in a timeout is because I think the color work is too colorful for me. There's just like too much going on. I have 4 different colors in here. So the first one, the dark like reddish brownish purple color, is Al Swearingen by Sweet Sparrow Yarns. And then the gold color is called Butterbeer, and it's kind of hard to tell in here, but this is a mixture of Butterbeer and Lichen. Let me just grab the skeins out of the project bag. So obviously, main color, Morel. Al Swearingen, the gorgeous reddish brownish purple color. I love it on this base, so I'm mixing bases. This is on her singles base because I just love how this colorway looks on this base in particular. So I can see there's a glare in my glasses. I hope that's not too annoying. And then this is Butterbeer. This is Lichen. So I'm using all 4 of these colors together, and I think it's too colorful. So what I'm thinking of doing is ripping back to the start of the Butterbeer and either taking out the Butterbeer completely and only using the Al Swearingen and the Lichen colorway, or doing it 2-color sweater using Morel and the Al Swearingen only. So I haven't decided yet what I want to do. It's either going to be 3-color or 2-color. I think I'm leaning towards 2-color. I think. I don't know. That's why I have it in timeout right now. I put it in timeout this morning because I couldn't decide, so I just needed some time to kind of like think about what I want to do with this. But it's been a very speedy sweater. So yeah, I have faith that it will turn out exactly how I want it to when I'm finished, but for now, it's in timeout. And then after that, I will pick up and knit the sleeves, and then I'll decide what to do with this neckband here. I almost kind of like it as is. I might put an I-cord edge on it to finish it off, or just do a really small ribbing, because I don't want a really thick ribbing. It's not really my style. So we'll see. So this is the Nordiska sweater, a pattern by Caitlin Hunter, aka Boylan Knitworks, and Julie of Sweet Sparrow Yarns and I are knitting this together in like a little mini knit along. So if you're wanting to join us, feel free. There's no like deadline or anything like that. It's just for anybody who's interested in knitting the Nordiska sweater, and we have the hashtag Nordiskalong if you want to use that so we can see your progress. So that's the first knitting project. The second one you saw last week, and oh my gosh, I have been so obsessed with this project. So obsessed. So this is the Velvety sweater, a pattern by Gregoria Fibers, and I have finished the body, as you can see, and now I'm working on the sleeves. The sleeves are taking forever. So normally I'm not the sleeve island type of girl. I really don't mind knitting sleeves, honestly. But the thing is, I hate knitting sleeves on magic loop and DPNs. I can't stand it. So if you've been following or, you know, watching me for a while, you know that I knit my socks on 9-inch circulars. So I prefer the small circumference needle. So I always get a 12-inch circular to knit my sleeves on. And wouldn't you know that for whatever reason, you can find these really quite easily anywhere from the 0 to 9 size, but once you get to 10 and up, there's just like no options. So I bought some like random wooden ones, literally the only ones I could find on the internet. So I hope that they are actually what they say they are, because who knows, like with one supplier, I literally could not find them anywhere else, just this one thing. So I think it's probably something to do with the fact that the needles are so big that it would make it like almost impossible to knit it. I'm not sure. So this is on a size 10 needle. It's a broken rib stitch, and oh, the yarn, it's so soft. I cannot convey how soft this is. So the yarns I'm using are O-Wool O-Wash Fingering, held double, in the Pearly Muscle colorway. I got this at Rhinebeck, not last year, but the year before that. And then I'm holding that triple with a strand of Sugar Plum Fairy from Sweet Sparrow Yarns, and this is on her feather base. It's her mohair silk blend. And oh my gosh, the three of these together just make the most luscious fabric. It is so soft. I have to admit, I don't want to say I didn't get the mohair thing, but like, I mean, maybe I didn't a little bit, but I get it. I get it now after using it with this. It just adds such expense to a project, you know, and it's like not exactly necessary. It's an aesthetic choice. So yeah, but I am absolutely loving this. I've finished up 2 skeins of the old wool, and I have those 2 left. I should be fine in getting these sleeves out of that, and with plenty left over, I imagine. It fits really, really well. It's quite fitted right now, but if my White Horse sweater is any indication, this thing is going to stretch a lot, especially because it's broken rib. So I'm going to block it widthwise a little bit so that it just kind of like drapes nicely. I love this stitch pattern. I just love broken rib in general. It's gonna be so nice when it's done. I really cannot wait. I've been in love with this sweater every single stitch, and it's so fast. It knits up so fast. So I would really recommend knitting the Velvety sweater, patterned by, like I said, Anna of Gregoria Fibers. The neckline did give me some trouble. I don't know if it's just because I haven't knit that many sweaters or not, and there are some tech errors in the pattern, like some grammar mistakes in the pattern, so I just don't know what was going on there. And she did have it test knit, so I don't know, but the way the instructions were written for this neckline right here did not make any sense to me. So I honestly just kind of went rogue and did it on my own, and I think it's going to be fine. I just have to pick up and do the ribbing around here. But be warned that if you go and buy this pattern, I'm not saying, you know, it's a bad pattern or anything, but it did confuse and trip me up, and I don't know if it's me or if it's the pattern. So just kind of be aware of that maybe this wouldn't be like the best first sweater pattern, even though it knits up so quickly because of that. So I'm loving it though. I changed the hem as well. I did a split hem. I did a split hem on it, which I really like. Very happy with that decision. So I cannot wait to wear this. I hope to have it finished in time for the Farm and Fiber tour that I go every year to. Sarah of the Yarns at Yinhu podcast organizes the Washington County Farm and Fiber tour. Washington County in upstate New York, it's like on the Vermont border, like very far north, is the most fiber producing county in New York State. And so to kind of like celebrate that, every year in the last weekend of April, they do the Farm and Fiber tour where they had you can like go and see the sheep and buy yarn directly from the farms and interact with the farms. It's just like such a magical experience. And the place we stay at is in like a retreat event center located at the St. Mary's on the Hill, Kashmir, and it's like this gorgeous bucolic scenery, and yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. So restorative and just like kind of getting to the roots of what we do and what we love every day. So I cannot wait for that, and I really want to have this sweater finished before then. So I'll have this one and my white horse, and yeah, it's 2 sweaters that I've knit this year, so that'll be really exciting. So those are really the only 2 knitting projects that I have to share with you. I haven't really been knitting on anything other than those 2 projects. Occasionally I bust out a pair of socks when I just really need to, but these sweaters have been great for travel knitting, honestly. I mean, they're getting kind of bulkier, but the Nordiska, especially because it's the fingering weight, is like so little that it's fine. So with that, we're going to move into sewing. I have a couple projects to share with you. You may recall on the last episode that I was about to say knit up, that I was about to sew the Laboom skirt by Vanessa Pouzet. And here it is in progress. So you may notice, and also because I told you on Instagram, that I sewed the ruffle on the wrong way, and it surged on there. I am not undoing it. I refuse. It's not gonna happen. So I think what I'm going to do, I've kind of come up with this hack, is I'm gonna turn this center back seam, so you can see it better. I'm going to turn this center back seam that you can now see into like a French seam and just sew it like so. Luckily, this fabric doesn't really have a right side, so this side right here is not any different than this one. So that's really working out in my favor for this skirt. The other kind of problem I've been encountering with it though is that the skirt is definitely too big by about 5 inches. The pattern is entirely in French, so it was like kind of difficult to translate and like pick out a pattern. I mean, I thought it was like pretty certain about what I was doing. I was using Google Translate, and the instructions and illustrations, I mean, were very clear. So it seemed pretty straightforward to me, but somehow the skirt has ended up being like pretty big. So at the recommendation of, I asked a few people, but so Grace, Weezer Dreams, Julie, Sweet Sparrow Knits, and Emily, Slow Fashion Rebel, what I should expect with a wrap skirt, and they said it should be about 1.5 times my waist, and so it's about 2 times my waist right now. So I'm not exactly sure, like I guess I wasn't sure how I was going to fix that, but I think what I'm going to do is add darts to it to take out some of the extra space in the waist, but then not lose the volume of the skirt. So I think this will be really flattering when it's finished and flouncy and super wearable and summery. The red is, like I said, a very summery kind of red, so it'll be perfect for that. So this is kind of just a work in progress right now. After I finish those 2 things, this, readjusting the center back seam and adding the darts to it to take it in at the waist, I just have to attach the waistband really, and then after that it's finished. So this should be a finished project soon. I don't know why I started another one without finishing this first. And I also have another skirt that is so close to being finished. It's that Dirondelle Fume Terre skirt. All it needs is buttons. That's it, but I haven't gone to the garment district to buy buttons yet. I should probably just get some on Etsy and have them delivered so that I don't have to go to the garment district and dig. So this is the Laboom skirt, a pattern by Vanessa Pouzet. Be aware, it is only in French, so unless you want to translate it or you speak French, then that would be something to consider for this pattern. And I'm very excited to wear that. I think it's going to be so great. Maybe I should prioritize trying to finish that before I go on a trip. So I'm in 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks, I can't remember. The first weekend in April, my boyfriend and I are gonna go on a trip to Philadelphia, so I'm excited about that. And so maybe if I like finish that in time for that, that would be cute, right? And wear a new outfit. The next sewing project, and the last one I'm gonna show you today, is a pants project. So it's my first ever pair of pants and I'm so excited about it. I'm just crossing my fingers hoping that they are going to fit. So this is the Philippa pants pattern by Anna Allen Clothing. Oh my gosh, I just need to start by like gushing about the graphic design and the design overall and the clarity of the instructions with Anna Allen patterns, or at least with the Philippa pants. I've heard such great things about her other one, the Persephone pants. But the Persephone pants just really aren't my style. Culottes are just like not my thing. So I love the Philippa pants pattern though, and people have spoken so highly of her patterns, and I totally get the hype. Wish I could just like point out to you on the pattern pieces like specifically what I mean, but just let me assure you, because I am a graphic designer and I like have, you know, pay attention to these things. The layout is just so clear. Everything is so well marked. The hierarchy, like when you're looking at things like the pattern number, the pattern piece name, the name of the pattern itself, the notches, the sizing difference. It's great in black and white. It is in black and white. So there's just so many aspects of the design that are just so great about the pattern, but I think it's just the hierarchy, like wherever you think you're going to look for some information about a particular aspect of it, when you go to look for it, it's exactly where you think it is. So what I mean by that is it's incredibly intuitive, the pattern pieces especially. And the instructions, I think, are just phenomenal. Really, I just cannot say enough good things about Anna Allen patterns. And this is not an endorsement. I didn't get this pattern for free, I bought it. So it's just, yeah, I would highly, highly recommend if you have an Anna Allen pattern in your queue and you've been wanting to make it, go for it, do it. So if it's like your first pants project, it's amazing. So there are pieces in here that I didn't even know like what they were. Like I had no idea what an underlap was before starting these pants, but it wasn't really necessary because her instructions are so good. So here they are in progress. The fabric is just a mystery twill weave fabric. I don't know what it is, in this kind of brick red color. It's got some stretch to it, not a lot, but it's like moderate, not even moderate. It's just like there is some stretch and give to it. And I cut the size 10. I was between the size 10 and the size 12, but the pattern recommends that you size down because pants stretch. And I am hoping that that is the case, because when I tried them on, they are like, I mean, I can get them on, but the buttons, when I have to button it, it's gonna be quite snug. So I'm hoping that once the buttons are installed and I wear them around my apartment a little bit and do like the pants dance stretch, we all do it, that they will fit once I wear them for a little bit. So here's hoping. If not, I'll just get the pattern printed again and I'll just cut the next size up, because I love this pants pattern. I love everything about it. It's just so cute. So yay, I'm so excited. The length is like perfect as is, and I haven't hemmed it yet, so next time I make them I'll definitely add like another inch to the bottom so that I can get the length that I want. And I left out, so this right here is a separate, this is the button fly shield right here, and then there's like a separate buttonhole placket that you insert in here. I left that out because I realized that that was going to cover the buttons, and I like the look aesthetically of seeing the buttons, So I'm just gonna do the buttonholes directly through the front here. And I'm gonna take this to a shop in the garment district. I should have looked this up before I started, but I think it's called Steinhoff and Stoller. They will insert like jeans buttons and do buttonholes for you as well. I could do the buttonholes myself, but I feel like I might as well since I'm already gonna take it to get the buttons put on it. And then probably we'll add some things like grommets to the pockets. I'm not sure if it's not a grommet, but you know what I'm talking about. I'll show you on my own pants. These things right here, I guess they're not on the back, only on the front. So yeah, that's the plan. Any relevant places. So I still have to attach the waistband and I still need to add the belt loops and hem it obviously, and then the buttons along the front. And then after that it should be finished. So cross your fingers for me that these fit because I really do like them. I don't know, maybe sizing down was a bad idea. There are some drag lines, you can't see it with me holding it up, but when I'm wearing it, there are some drag lines on the back of the knee. So I'm not really sure what that is about or like what that is a sign of. It's just like some pooling back there. It's like kind of weird. So it's not like, I'm sure nobody but me is really gonna notice something like that, but that's just part of it, I guess. So, like I said, these are the Philippa pants pattern, a pattern by Anna Allen Clothing. I think she sells her patterns on Etsy only, or at least she has a website, but I think they're actually sold through Etsy, and I really cannot speak more highly of her patterns. So if they're in your queue, go do it. You will not regret it. The instructions and the pattern itself are amazing. So that is it for projects I have to share with you today. I am just, yeah, looking forward to spring and a lot of travel coming up. My sister and I are going to take a trip to Europe this summer. We're going to go to London and to Prague, so that's exciting. I have 2 weddings I'm going to this summer, so just lots of things I feel like I'm looking forward to. I'm just in a very good headspace right now and really enjoying all of my projects and interacting with you guys over on Instagram, and yeah, it's just been wonderful. So thank you so much for being here and listening to me ramble on about my projects and stuff I'm working on. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!